Emirates NBD is the leading lender in the UAE. It's one of the leading banks in the Middle East, present in almost all countries in the Middle East, in particular in UAE, in Egypt, in Saudi Arabia. It is a very successful bank, catering to customer needs from retail to corporate. We currently have about 2 million customers being served across all the geographies. We have about 30% market share in the UAE and relevant market shares in all the markets. So the bank has been quite successful, in particular in positioning itself as one of the most innovative banks, not only in the Middle East, but also in the world. The bank, especially in the last 5 years, has clearly defined that it wants to position itself as a digital bank. So it has understood that consumer behavior is changing. Customers from retail to corporate are increasingly wanting to interact with their banks via technology and technology channels, via digital channels. So it has put at the center of its strategy becoming a digital bank. That means that also in terms of products and services that they have to offer, they will have a component of technology at the core. Even though the bank is starting in a very comfortable position and leading position, even as we talk about the platform, the technology platform, we use some of the most sophisticated components as part of architecture. For example, our core banking system is supporting on top of Finacle. But even though that is the case, the bank believes that if you look at companies in other industries, that with the emergence of cloud and cloud-native technologies and analytics and data, there's a quantum change that has to happen also in terms of our technology landscape. So this is why the bank embarked on a comprehensive IT transformation, which is really, we want to become closer to what cloud-native companies have and do in terms of their technology platforms. If you deep dive on the elements of the transformation, in particular on architecture and infrastructure, as a bank, one of our key components in the architecture is our core system. So having a digitally enabled core is of utmost importance. So as part of this transformation, we are taking the best we have from Finacle and upgrading it to the next level. We have a very important transformation program around the core as well, where we are moving to leverage the most sophisticated functionality and technology that comes with the latest version of Finacle. The utmost goal of everything that we are doing is for business to better serve its customer and better address the shifting customer behaviors that exist currently in the market. The bank has already been very innovative at doing this. We believe that this new technology platform, new operating model, the IT transformation as a whole, and adopting much more the practices and technologies of cloud-native companies will give us the same flexibility, the same speed to market, the same customer experience that other players, typically non-banks and non-financial institutions, are able to give to their customers. One of the examples of such a product or service is Live. So Emirates NBD, as it was looking at the market and how the market and customer behavior was evolving, it saw that millennials in particular, they wanted a different kind of banking and experience. They would relate to the banks in a completely different way. So instead of just upgrading or trying to enhance their core value proposition around the channels they had, they decided to launch a completely new bank catering to these millennials. It has a completely different customer experience. It is so financial services are embedded within an experience around social, around completely different value proposition, while we deliver that supported on the same core elements and core capabilities we have in our main bank. The technology upgrade we are doing So it doesn't touch only at the core, as is the case, as is the example of Live. It really is about touching the systems of engagement and systems of experience and systems of insight. So all those areas are increasingly becoming important. So you really need to do a step change, a step upgrade in terms of your capabilities on omnichannel, your capabilities on customer experience, your capabilities on analytics and data. And this is where beyond the core value proposition, the core systems and very strong digital enabled core capabilities, you need to bring in new capabilities in the architecture. So in the next 2 to 3 years, we really want to completely revamp, rechange, transform a number of elements in how the bank operates and how the platforms that support the bank. So in that journey, we have identified a number of technology partners that we believe should be in this journey with us and should help us in this journey. Infosys and the Finacle team are one of those core partners that we have selected to be with us. And I think this is the continuation of a very fruitful relationship that is there from a number of years. The engagement with Infosys is not about just sourcing a product from a vendor. It's about understanding our needs, understanding how the product is evolving, being able to learn from what Infosys has also learned with other customers, and really develop Finacle, our core system, and over time, in a way that is win-win for both. That relationship has been a very fruitful relationship. There is close cooperation, close relationship between Infosys and the Finacle team and ENBD. And we see that has been a core asset of ours as we are now doing this step change in our architecture and IT transformation.